area of the mall, you can then charge a premium because you know that this right here, it's going to be seen by most people and have the highest possibility of people acting based on that advertising.
So there are certain crowd size that the machine starts to get confused or the accuracy goes down, like if there's a bigger group of people.
When we tested it, as long as there is nobody interrupting the current pattern, it's nearly 100%, it's that 87% accurate. However, if there's a large group of people where the view is being obstructed of one or more of the people that are walking by, the accuracy will go down.
Ideally, we'd like this thing to be set up about 12 feet up in the air. Therefore, hopefully we can be able to distinguish people better than an 8-foot or 6-foot view. Because the higher you go, the less likely they'll overlap in the actual frame. So therefore, you'll be able to actually tell if there's actually a person there.
Does your system also kind of takes into account if someone is like running by or someone is just standing or walking?
We tested to try to see what the ideal speed that someone could be walking through here and still be counted. I believe the break we said was about 13.9
feet per second.
Which is, if you translate that back up, it's about, if someone's running through it, they'll most likely not be tracked. Let's say if they're running from like a cop or a mall security officer. They're not going to be caught. But let's say someone in the morning, if you're at the mall, sometimes malls open up early for jogging, they will still be tracked as they go through that area.
From that perspective, when we were testing it, that was my full sprint speed. I couldn't do any faster than that.
So you showed us looking at people kind of from the side view, but in the mall, could you like be looking down on the floor and?
We would be looking, it would have an angle, it would be basically, we put it up where those lights are and be angling it downwards toward the floor. It'll have a little bit higher of an angle than this, but other than that, it won't be a top-down view.
In our demo, we had it as high up as we can go with make sure that the case does not fall off the tripod that we're in. So I think we had about 8, 9 feet high.
I guess my follow-up question is what's walking in front of your camera that's not a person?
What can be counted is sometimes be counted as not as a person, like let's say a shoulder. We're trying to identify the heads of people. Let's say someone's shoulder is just picked up as extremely wide.
Also, when you take into account if you have heads or other things that might produce a signature like a laptop.
Or a reflection.
Yeah, reflections.
Yeah, reflections. That was one of the things we had to test out was reflections.
So your 13% error rate's really about just seeing things that have a heat signature that aren't people?